cycle pretty well, you should get the understanding that what are the things which are required to become this machine learning expert or data science expert. Anyone who can tell me what are the prerequisites required to understand this domain?
If we are thinking for storing data and managing the data, that is structured query language.
SQL, right. One is SQL, structured query language, to extract the data, correct? Other than that, only SQL will work. Python would be preferable. If your focus is on data analysis to analyze the data statistically, then R you can go for that. Apart from that, statistics, linear algebra, probability, we missed, DSA, and structured query language. So these things are required in order to get into this domain. If after studying these topics, you feel like you're very much interested into these topics, then I'm pretty sure that you will be able to get so much enjoyment in this field, because this field is very challenging and this field requires a lot of motivation. Every day you have to study. You have to take the time out for the research. I want to share some video here. Listen to this video. Here. No one, right? I'm correct. So, can anyone tell me?
Information from that Armaan group, actually, that organization, they are giving back the feedback and information, and with the help of phone calls, they are actually helping them, the women.
So, finally, they told 3 different classes. You remember in the video? Anyone remember 3 classes? What was that?
Color differentiation, red blue, those.
Anyone who just raise, don't sit and answer the questions, please. Just raise the hand and then answer. Someone here, I listened the voice. Who said? You said it correctly. Please give him the mic. Please tell your name and then then give the answer.
My name is Sharan.
Okay.
They classified it as low risk of dropping out.
Very good.
And medium risk of dropping out and high risk of dropping out.
Who are those who fall under the category of high risk of dropping out?
Those who don't listen to the calls.
Exactly. So basically, when initially AI came, no one was like very much curious into this domain, specifically in healthcare domain. You know, people and usually in villages females don't take care of herself, and even the guy or the husband also don't feel like that. So how basically in that village, in those villages also, this AI is coming up. I hope everyone is able to appreciate that point, right? Now that virtual assistant is calling her, telling her that what are the key points that you should take care of so that you will be able to avoid that thing of dropping out. Now those who are taking the calls, those ladies who actually believe that AI is something, after that obviously they start believing, they start getting the trust. But before that no one, so the rate of dropping out was initially very high. But now with the help of this project by Armaan, so they will be able to collect the data and they will be able to see that how these things are beneficial. And now here if you will see, these are the actual test predictions. On test data, on the actual patients, it will be able to figure out that how much is the CT scan is infectious, at what percentage. Now, even though doctors are less, they have the machine, they will insert that CT image, they will be able to get the output. By seeing this output, they will be able to get an idea that how much is the infection. Did they require any more radiologists here to do that? Even the staff can also do that, right? This doesn't, even we are engineers, machine learning in other domains, whether it be finance, everything. The example just few minutes back I gave you regarding the stock market and everything, everyone is doing on numbers. But this advancement is still left. But there is a lot of scarcity in terms of radiologists in India. There I want to talk about. Thank you everyone. If you have any sort of queries.
I have a small question about that research you did on COVID. So for example, the model and the data that you used were collected from patients who were already undergone COVID. But as we know, COVID is a ever evolving disease, right? New variants of it emerge And so, for example, let's say that there is a variant of code, like which has a different pattern in the CT scan. Right? The CT scan might not be able to detect it immediately because it is so different from the rest of the variants. So in that case, how would ML help to classify that kind of new variant of COVID?
Okay, very good question. Before I'll answer this thing, anyone wants to answer that? Any guesses? He said very good question. He said, let me elaborate his variants of COVID and we have seen also Delta, Omicron, right? Now, by training on the same model, how my model will be able to detect that, okay, this is a new variant? Basically, we have been provided one parameter called CT severity score, which is given by the doctors. That is manually defined. So, model is giving the answer, how well it is giving, how we will be validating with the help of that particular CT severity score. So here we are calculating the infection score. What is the infection score? What is the volume of the infection divided by complete volume of the lung? Now, there is something in stats, that's why I am saying stats is important, the meaning of correlation coefficient. If the two parameters are highly correlated, it means that your model is working fine. So what we did is that we calculated the infection score. We already have the CT severity score given by the doctors, and we have just seen what is the correlation coefficient between that two parameters. Because one parameter is calculated by my model, one parameter is given by the doctors, which is very much correct. If there is high correlation coefficient, means model is working fine for other variants as well. If it is coming low, it means we need to add more data to train for that particular variant, and then it will work fine. This is how basically we are seeing the thing that is asked by him. Is this answer your question? Any other question?
Actually, we are expecting is the practical knowledge and the confidence which you are like. If you are coming as a fresher, we never expect you to just come and build a product and deploy. We never expect that. You have a team, you have a team lead, you have senior members there, but we want the person to be very much logical, adaptive, and confident. If you are confident and if you are representing yourself in a very good manner, that is enough. But the thing, when you get that confidence, that is if you are practicing, if you are learning anything different and practical every day. You cannot learn DSA, computer networks, everything in just 3 months or one day before the interview round. You cannot learn them. What you can do is you just search for the interview questions, right? What is the top 50 interview questions in DSA which is asked for the freshers? You people do that. You people do the technical questions also. You do the search for the technical questions. What is the program for prime numbers? What is the program for this and that for the interview round? So this is where we get to know that who actually know the domain, who actually know the logics, and who is just preparing for the 15 minutes interview. So for that, you cannot get that